Viking Queen and the Earl are sending messages to each other with the help of two Dove Keepers.
Please send this letter to the Earl using the usual method.
Understood, Your Grace.
The Viking Dove Keeper and an English Dove Keeper have established methods of communication for messages sent between them. The Viking Dove Keeper attaches a piece of paper to the top of the letter and writes the name of the English Dove Keeper as well as other required information. The required information includes a brief summary of the contents in the letter and the information on the attached piece of paper. The brief summary is hidden using the Viking Dove Keeper's ink hider. This allows the English Dove Keeper to check if anything has been amended after the message was sent.
Go on. It's for the English Dove Keeper.
Hello there.
The English Dove Keeper colours the summary with the Viking Dove Keeper's ink hider and checks the information to ensure nothing has been amended since the message was sent. Being happy that everything is in order, the English Dove Keeper takes the letter to the Earl.
From one of the doves, my lord.
Very good.
The Earl writes a reply to the Viking Queen.
The Viking Queen, you know what to do.
The English Dove Keeper adds a piece of paper to the letter and writes the name of the Viking Dove Keeper as the recipient as well as other required information. She then hides the contents of the Earl's message using her ink hider. Hiding the contents of the Earl's letter means that no one can read the contents of the Earl's message and no one will know who is sending a message to the Viking Queen.
To the Viking Dove Keeper, my dear.
Hello, friend.
The Viking Dove Keeper reveals the contents of the Earl's message using the English Dove Keeper's ink hider. Being convinced that everything is correct, he takes the letter to the Viking Queen.
From the Earl, Your Grace.
Thank you. Great news.
In this example, IP Security's Authentication header and Encapsulating security payload protocols are demonstrated in tunnel mode. Tunnel mode can be applied to hosts or security gateways. In this example, implementation between security gateways is demonstrated, with the Viking Queen and the Viking Dove Keeper representing a host and a security gateway in Network 1, while the English Dove Keeper and the Earl represent a host and a security gateway in Network 2. For simplicity, IPsec processing is only demonstrated between the two Dove Keepers. It is assumed that both the Viking Dove Keeper and the English Dove Keeper have established a security association to the other party, as a security association for communication in each direction is required for two-way communication in IP security. The Viking Queen handing a letter to the Viking Dove Keeper represents a host transmitting a message or packet to a security gateway in a local network. The Viking Dove Keeper then performs IPsec processing using the Authentication header protocol. The name of the English Dove Keeper represents the new IP header and the other required information represents the Authentication header. The hiding of the summary represents how the message or packet and a shared key are used to produce the message authentication code in the protocol. The Viking Queen's message represents the original IP datagram, which becomes the payload. The dove carrying the message to the other dove keeper represents a message or packet being transmitted over the internet. When the English dove keeper receives the tube, she takes the letter out and checks it before taking it to the Earl. The Earl writes a response to the Viking Queen's letter and hands it to the English dove keeper, representing a host transmitting a packet to a gateway in a local network. The English dove keeper performs IPsec processing using the Encapsulating security payload protocol. The name of the Viking dove keeper represents the new IP header, the other required information represents the ESP header, while the Earl's message represents the original IP datagram, which becomes the payload. The hiding of the Earl's message represents how the original IP datagram is encrypted in the Encapsulating security payload protocol in tunnel mode. This can counter some traffic analysis, particularly when gateway-to-gateway encryption applies, as the source and destination addresses are concealed by the encryption during the transmission over the internet. On receiving the message, the Viking dove keeper reveals the hidden information and takes the message to the Viking Queen. This demonstrates how the destination firewall examines the outer IP header and transmits the inner IP packet to the destination host based on the original IP header. The use of security gateways in tunnel mode allows the Viking Queen and the Earl to communicate without sharing a key between them.